Calculating vibes. Hello to everyone, my name is Vibe and welcome back to another episode of Vibe Meter. Today we're talking about Thunderbolts. And if you're wondering why my audio might sound a little off, is I'm literally recording this in my car on my phone after seeing the Thunderbolts for the second time. And yeah, this is a pretty good movie. This movie made me feel feelings of excitement, but not just from the sheer coolness of a scene, but from the emotional impact it had on the characters. And that is something Marvel needs to do more in the future. And also, don't worry, there won't be any major spoilers, but you'd be better off just watching the movie. Having seen it 2 times, I highly recommend it. It's a great Marvel movie, but it's also just a good movie with Marvel superheroes. This movie has some very solid action in it, and the story makes us care about the characters, and the story and the action mend and blend together very nicely. Like, it's refreshing how put together everything feels. Like, everything here feels intentional, and just overall this feels very it feels like a complete movie for Marvel for once. So Marvel might actually be back. I mean, okay, people kind of jokingly say that, like ironically say that to kind of invoke a feeling from Marvel fanboys or whatever. But like, well, my opinion has always been that Marvel never left, but just the cultural talk around movies, and especially around Marvel, changed to be so much more negative and pessimistic. And fair, Marvel also was struggling with their huge output of movies and TV shows nobody could keep up with, and also struggling with the pandemic, like we all, and all the writer strikes and actor strikes that happened. All those did hurt Marvel, but also just the cultural change to be so much more negative around places and social media about movies. Like, that changed so much. Like, why does everybody have to be so fucking negative all the time? But anyway, back to the review of the movie. Thunderbolts has great action, emotion, and a classic Marvel feel to it. And I kind of went in with very little expectations, but I was pleasantly surprised. And you definitely want to stay after the credits. Again, no big spoilers here, but that post-credit scene was just so fantastic. It really, like I said, that post-credit scene, like everything in the movie, felt so with a purpose. It came with a purpose and feels so complete. And also, I want to applaud this movie for touching on topics like depression and like kind of confronting your past, and like even running away from your past and not feeling like you're good enough. Like, that sort of hit home with probably a lot of us on a more personal level than any other Marvel movie in a while, any normal movie in a while. And I think they handle that very well with the character of Yelena. And also, I love how they used Bob, Sentry, the Void, to kind of, this may be a minor spoiler again, but the whole idea of the Void comes from Bob feeling like his past is very dark, and he's struggling a lot, and that's just kind of the whole Void personality is like a metaphor for, and him being like this catalyst for depression, which is just excellent writing. And like I said, I applaud them for that, and that's very well made and very well done, and I love how they did Bob and Sentry in this. Not to spoil too much into it, but yeah, the whole bring your tissues, but not because it's sad thing. What the was that guy talking about? Like, like you most likely will cry. Like, there's some depressing shit in here, so like, bring your tissues. Anyway, putting this into the vibe meter, I'm giving Thunderbolts a very high 95%. Great action, emotion, and that classic Marvel feel to it. Very emotional and very serious topics that hit close to home to probably a lot of people. And yeah, that's sort of it. But now that we're past the vibe meter, let's talk about a few spoilers. Again, I'm not gonna just talk about the whole movie. I might do a separate video for that. Maybe, I don't know. But let's talk about a few, like, spoilers. So if you don't want any of that, click off. Maybe after watching the movie, return to hear my thoughts. But now it's gonna be full spoilers. Let's jump into the juiciest part of this movie, which is the post-credit scene. Recently it was told that that whole scene was actually filmed by the Russo brothers. And if you've followed me on Twitter at all, which you should check out, I commented on a post saying that we've had the Russo brothers back for a single scene and they're already cooking, because that post-credit scene, very much pun intended, was fantastic. It's very cool that we have the new Avengers as the Thunderbolts gets rebranded into. We know what the asterisk means, taking place in the place where the OG Avengers first got together. Like, that's cool. During that scene, it's revealed that we now have two Avengers teams. This new Avengers led by Yelena and Bucky, and then Sam Wilson has already assembled his Avengers. For so many years, people complained that we don't have an Avengers within any of these phases in the MCU. But now we have two. In Doomsday, while Doom is dooming the universe, here on Earth, the two Avengers group are probably gonna, not like Civil War level, but like they're gonna be pitted against each other a little bit. We get a tease for Doomsday, Fantastic Four coming into this world, into the 616 universe. Very interesting, very cool. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Like and subscribe, turn on notifications. Go check out my socials at Vibernator on Instagram and Twitter. I'm much more active on Twitter, so if you want to see me interact anywhere, I'm mostly active on Twitter, so go there, you'll find me there. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.